Hey guys, thank you for joining me tonight. We are making specialty cocktails just in time for the holidays. Thanksgiving's right around the corner. So I thought we'd go ahead and try a pumpkin martini. I found this adorable pumpkin bottle of Captain Spiced Pumpkin at the liquor store today. And I was like, what? I need that in my life. It is so cute. So tonight's specialty drink is going to be the pumpkin martini. So for that, you're going to need your martini glass. You're also going to need a little bit of spiced rum, which is what the pumpkin is, but it also called for vodka. So we're going to do a little splash of each and make up a nice martini. The other ingredients you're going to need, because we're going to do a fancy rim, is a little maple syrup here to dim the rim, get it nice and wet. And then I have graham crackers here as well, which we're going to crush. That'll be fun. And we're going to put it around the rim as well. And of course, you can't have a pumpkin martini without pure pumpkin puree. So I'm going to go ahead and scoop that into my drink as well. And last but not least, cinnamon. If you can't have cinnamon and spice, it won't be Thanksgiving. Now, wouldn't that be nice? All right, so now that we got all the ingredients, let's go ahead and get our shaker, because this is what's going to go into it. You can go ahead and put an ice cube and water into your martini glass if you want the martini glass to be nice and cold. But this time of year, we want things to be nice and toasty. So why not just go ahead and leave that if you don't want to take the extra step. I'm going to fill this shaker all the way to the top with my ice cubes. And then I am going to start adding my ingredients. So the most important thing is the pumpkin spice rum here. This is going to be 2 ounces of that, okay? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That brings us to the top of our jigger, which is exactly a 2-ounce pour. I'm gonna dump that right into the shaker there. Go ahead and cap that back up. Then it asks for a 1/2 ounce of dark spiced rum. So I'm going to add my Santa Risa 1796, which is a nice spiced rum. Now this is going to be a strong drink. This isn't like, having a glass of wine after dinner. This is like your dessert and your drink all in one. So you want to fill up at your jigger halfway, or you just want to count 1, 2 really quick. And that is going to give you your 1/2 ounce. And then it also says to add a 1/2 ounce of vodka. Now the ingredients that I found, there's lots of different varieties of recipes. You can use a pumpkin spice vodka instead if you don't want to use a pumpkin spice rum. It's just to balance out the flavors, so it's just not all straight up like spiciness. But now that we have all of our liqueur in there, let's go ahead and add in some of our ingredients. So it says to use pumpkin puree. So I'm going to do 2 tablespoons of that, which is 1 and 2. Okay, so I have those in there. And then I'm going to add, a little vanilla extract. I did forget to mention that before when we were adding in the ingredients. The vanilla is going to give it a nice rounded flavor. So it's going to taste like pumpkin pie in a glass. Just a tiny, tiny little splash of that, because vanilla extract is super, super strong. All right, so now we've got everything in our glass, I believe, that we need. And we're going to go ahead and shake that up. And when you're shaking things up, you want to do it for at least 15 times so it gets super nice and cold. Everything in there is really, really mixed, especially because you've got that puree. You don't just want that floating around the bottom. You want this to be a beautiful orange color by the time it's done. All right, so here comes the fun part. Now we're going to make our rim. So I'm going to go ahead and crush up 2 of these graham crackers. The other 2 I'll eat, because we may not need that many just for a glass. So go ahead and have fun like a little kid. Put crumbs all over your bar. Don't worry. We'll clean it up later. Right now it's just all good and fun. So you've got a bunch of crumbs on there. Excellent, excellent. The smaller you make it, the easier it's going to be able to just stay in your glass, right? So how are you going to get these crumbs to stick to your glass? Aha! We're going to go ahead and we're going to pour some maple syrup on another plate. Okay? So it calls for cinnamon as well, and sugar as well. But I went ahead and got the graham crackers that have cinnamon and sugar on them already. Who doesn't love those? That's going to make our life super easy. Now, when you go ahead and turn your martini glass upside down onto your plate, The trick is to try to get the inside of the rim with the maple syrup on it, not so much the outside. So if you put it on the outside, then it's going to drip, it's going to get sticky, and things are going to slip out of our hands. But once you see a nice clear rim there, then it'll be a good time to go ahead and then dip it in your crackers, your graham crackers. And get a nice crust on there. Once the crust has formed in your graham crackers, then it's time to add the martini. So there you go, a nice crusted graham cracker martini glass. It looks beautiful. We're gonna put those aside so things do not get super sticky. You can go back to them later. The maple syrup is great for hot toddies, or I also just made a pumpkin old fashioned. So if you want to learn more, you could always reach out and I'll teach you everything you need to know about all these cocktails from now until Christmas. So the trick is to get this cover off of the shaker because it always loves to freeze. Now, I'm going to go ahead and strain this so the ice does not come out with the liquid. We just want pure orange liquid gold inside a martini glass. So that is a beautiful, beautiful color. And 3, 2, 1, it is done and our glass is full. And we have our pumpkin martini, everybody. The best way to top it off is with a nice cinnamon stick. I'm gonna go ahead and put that on the side and I'm gonna reach this up and I'm gonna do a virtual cheers to you all at home. Enjoy, happy Thanksgiving. Thank you for joining me.
That looks fantastic.
Delicious.
Is it that good?
It is that good.
Is
I'm
it
going to
better
pass this on to my bar back and wish you all a good night.